So I'm going to introduce Ryan Ford here, and hopefully this all works out. So with that, Ryan Ford running Super Mario RPG, any percent. Let's take it away.
Like an introduction I have to wait for or anything? Oh, oh, okay. All right, hello. What's up, everybody? I'm Ryan Ford, and yeah, here for No Holidays Allowed 2024. So back again for yet another one of these. Yeah, so gonna be running Super Mario RPG. It's actually the very first speedrun I ever learned. So we have a lot of experience, but probably rusty. We'll see. Hey, what up, Chad? Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. What's up? All right, so here I'll count down for the timer. From 3. I don't know if my fingers are gonna be confusing for y'all or not, but all right, 3, 2, 1, go. Um. Oh, I forgot I was gonna start a timer for myself, but oh well, it's okay. I'll not use a timer.
Yep,
Yeah.
things have been happening. It's okay.
Yeah, we've been going through technical difficulties and yeah, hence why we're of course live like an hour and a half late roughly. So it happens. Day 1 shenanigans, but should be good, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all good. We are live and we are running games, so
Yeah.
we just got to settle into the groove and
Yeah. So currently I
do
got
some speed gaming.
what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's a lot of downtime before the beginning, but about to gain control of Mario in a couple seconds, and I'm gonna be starting off with trying to do a RNG manipulation. Gonna try and move in a specific way to get into the first battle, and then gonna try to manipulate these terrapins to hopefully attack me only once. So yeah, I'm looking at specific visual cues when they're like moving their hand, and I actually failed it already. I think I might have been slightly early on my first attack. Not 100% sure, actually, though. I'm looking at it. But that's okay. Each extra attack they do loses about 2 seconds, so looks like the RNG gave me 4 punches out of a possible 6 at most, so kind of like middle of the road RNG after I failed the minute. And the beginning of the run, there's a lot of kind of like stop and go with like dialogue and combination of dialogue, cutscenes, and movement. So, yeah, oftentimes I say like the real action starts for a bit around 6 minutes into the run, and then again after about like 11 minutes. Yeah, I've got all like the lore and world building and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. Definitely one of my favorite games. Just out there in general. That includes the remake. I like the remake a lot too. And oh yeah, another thing with this run. So turbos allowed. Which this game has a lot of like anti-turbo mechanics. Because of course we have like the timed hits and timed blocks, which I think this is like I'm pretty sure this is like the first first RPG game that like had that, at least for the Marios. And if you try to mash a button for like timed hits and stuff, it'll like lock you out of the timing for a bit. So you can't just like mash to get like a time attack or anything. So that way they were able to avoid people like kind of like somewhat cheating runs with like using turbo. So it can really hurt you if you forget to turn it off. Then it's mostly just useful for like mashing through text in the run. Though admittedly, there is one RPG RNG manipulation that I'm gonna try and go for. That with without turbo it would be harder. So there's a one benefit outside of text. Or well, it's because it mashes text faster that it helps. And yeah, I got my coffee and I know it's not morning anymore, but hey,
Well, I still got a few minutes left in my morning
for,
here, so I still have my pot of tea.
Still morning for a chunky y'all, I guess. Yeah, I'm in the filthy Eastern time zone, so teasing about the filthy part. But... Alright, so got control of Mario for a bit. Since I'm playing in Japanese, because it's about 9 minutes faster through text, it's faster to try to talk to the Toad than try to leave Mario's pad, so that he'll force you to try and save your game, than to actually jump on the save block and do the save tutorial. In the English version, it's actually faster to go on to just like go on the save block oh yeah, go on the save block so that you bypass the save game tutorial and that extra text from Toad. It was a very very slight routing difference. Coffee and all day experience. Admittedly, I had a really hard time sleeping last night, and like I thought about maybe having coffee, even though I was like, that's probably a bad idea. But it's okay. And yeah, so with this part, yeah, with turbo, I gotta make sure not to overmash for these parts, because there was a yes or no option, and you gotta choose no. And the Toad was asking if you know how to use items, and then now this one, he was asking if you know about timed hits for battles. So you can lose what, like, I think it's like 40 seconds to a minute for if you accidentally do one of those tutorials. Normally in a PB attempt, you'd probably just reset from that. And yeah, so here's like one part of the big action. Oh my gosh. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so you can jump on the edge of that flower without actually getting into an encounter with the Goomba. And yeah, I got a chest with the flower tab there, which raises your max flower points, which is like your MP or mana in this game. So you can use more special moves, of course, when you have more FP. So got the Hammer Bros fight here. So it probably seems weird that I'm alternating, like hitting them, but when you kill one of them, then oh whoops. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, if you kill one of them, then the other one will use a technique called Valor Up, which makes them take half damage from attacks. So I wanted to do, they have 50 health each, so I wanted to chunk them for 43 on the first guy, and then 45 on the second, and then an untimed jump attack you can kill with 15 damage. So, yeah, it saves a bit of time instead of doing like a 5-turn fight. On top of that, they have a special attack called Hammer Time, which he used once, which it's 1 in 3 chance per attack for them to do it, and it loses I think it's like 3.5 seconds when they do it. So I got only 1 out of 4 possible, so that was like about our average RNG. Yeah, like 1 to 2 is usually like pretty average. And obviously 0 is ideal. I was also not blocking some of those attacks because not blocking the hit versus actually blocking it saves 8 frames each time, so it could make it a bit risky because you have 20 HP. Oh, 19 HP, because you take 1 during the when Toad bumps into you and he's like asking if you'd like to do a tutorial for how to use items. So Since I said no, then I still actually have that that 1 damage. So yeah, if you get hit 3 times with like unblocked attacks from those guys, then you'll survive with 1 HP. So it's carefully routed to try and block just like 1 attack from them. All for.
Do you get
you
an extra item for skipping the tutorial,
which
or
I ended
is
up
it just
selling in
skipping
the
the
shop
text?
just now too. Yeah, so I went to the shop early because after this cutscene, if you don't have so that hammer that I got from beating the Hammer Bros, this Chancellor here, he would be like, "Oh, you don't have any items. Would you like to? Here's a tutorial on how to equip items," and you get like actually forced into it. So I did the equips menu during the shop menu so that I could do it all in the same menu instead of like equipping the hammer and then going to the shop afterwards. To save like screen fade-ins and fade-outs to the menu and stuff like that. And I moved to the right here to trigger this cutscene because when it starts, the camera pans over slowly before the cutscene actually starts, so it saves time for you to like manually move the camera as far as you can to that side before actually triggering it. So for some parts of the run, camera movement can either save like a handful of frames or it might save like 1 to 2 seconds for some cutscenes, which is odd. I don't think that's a thing in the remake though. And yeah, so we're getting pretty close to the end of like the really long cutscenes for the very early game. Gotta make sure to say yes on that menu as well. Well, yeah, so when I did the shop, oh, what did I do there? I sold, yeah, all my mushrooms in my inventory, and the flower jar I got as a drop versus the Hammer Bros, which is worth 300 coins, and then I bought, oh, what did I buy? 6 honey syrups for this route. 5 is like the optimal, but I have like 1 safety one just in case. And then I bought 3 pick-me-ups, which revives a fallen party member, and 3 able juices, which cures status effects of 1 party member. Which generally are like backup items, because like on average you expect something to happen to one of your party members, or a couple. I'm just gonna save here just for safety, because there is a chance I could actually just straight up lose this fight versus Croco. Yeah, sometimes RNG is not your friend here. So these flowers, I want to jump on the left side of them so that Mario's facing to the right immediately, so I can just jump off them instead of waiting for him to spin and rotate on them. And then that chest has a Caro Cola, which full heals your HP and when you use it, but they're also worth 200 points, so I'm gonna be selling most of them for the route. I think there's like 2 that were actually intended to use through the run, but we sell most of them. You're gonna try, oh jeez. I was gonna try a tight trick there, where you have a 2-frame window to jump off that dog. It's called the K9 jump, and the timing's weird because you have to, so you have the 2-frame window to jump off him while you have the start before you kill him, but also you want to hit that chest, and since it's hovering up and down in the air, you have to jump at it when it's at the bottom of its oscillation. Otherwise, your jump won't reach it. So that's why I actually like jumped on the game. Yeah. Also, Blue Sir, thank you for the raid. That's a familiar name. Yes, I've mostly known Blue of Blue Esther from, was it Golden Sun speedrunning, and also Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening DX. So yeah, here's Croco. So he has a 1 in 3 chance per turn to throw a bomb, which, yeah, he did it turn 1. If Mallow's not blocking, the bomb would one-shot KO him. Mario without blocking, or without using defense, sorry, because you can't actually block them in this version of the game. Mario can survive one of them with, he'll survive one with 1 HP with the Trinity Clip. Oh, there's glitches allowed for this marathon. Alright, so yeah. So Mario survived, what was I gonna say? I'm gonna hope Mario doesn't die. On potentially what should be the last turn, if Croco throws a bomb and KOs Mario, then I'm gonna lose some more time, but we'll see. And then yeah, blocking Croco's, okay, yeah, he's gonna use a bomb, but hopefully he goes for Mallow. Alright, he did not go for Mallow. Okay, so yeah, I get to use Pick Me Up here. And just need to jump on him one more time. Oh, he's aggressive with the bombs. But yeah, that is another nice thing though for the remake, is that you can actually block the bombs as well. And well, with timed hits, there's 2 specific like tiers of timed hits for most of the attacks and blocks. So majority of physical attacks you can block, and oh my gosh, what was I gonna say about that? If you get a perfect block, you'll take 0 damage, and if you get a half-timed block, you take half damage, so half the damage that the attack was supposed to do. I'm gonna save again just in case I fail max skip, which was mentioned in chat. I think it loses around 45 seconds if I fail and reset and try again. But to actually do the fight, not only would it take a couple minutes, it would also just it would also mess up the EXP route further. But yeah, yeah, what was I saying? Actually, I was gonna say, actually, I guess I'll focus on this trick, but unfortunately, I think maybe I jumped too late. So yeah, there's oh, sorry.
I can talk for you if you want, unless you want to
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a bunch of like
there.
invisible
Focus,
triggers
I got you.
that trigger the battle with Mac, or the cutscene to battle Mac. But it's weird. You gotta like jump onto the bottom Shy Guy's head, only in specific spots, and gotta jump over like an invisible wall that also has the trigger. So you gotta jump onto the Shy Guy when it's like near the bottom of its bounce, and then jump off it when he's like at the top of his bounce, like that. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, if there's anything you want to say, Maddie, go ahead.
Nice. Sure. Well, since we had a very quick start here, you are all watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, raising money in support of the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. Reminder that you can type !donate in chat to find a link to our Tiltify page, where there are some polls and targets that are up for you to donate your money to. Currently, we have a poll for the suit type in Metroid Prime later today, and then the car model in Trackmania as well. Get on over there, donate directly to Go Rescue, and if you have anything nice to say, I'm happy to read it out on stream.
Which, yeah, I do see ! Donated in chat. One typo, also. I'm teasing. I also laugh at myself for typos like all the time, so. But yeah, definitely raising money for a good cause as usual. So like, definitely feels nice to be able to at least like help participate in like whatever way I can for a good charity as well, and just like a chill event all around. Everybody gets one typo. Alright, so I can go for below. I should have maybe saved, but I don't know. I've never lost this fight ever, but like, you know, It's the first time for everything, right? So I gotta remember to... What's it called? Since I missed that K9 jump and didn't get the flower tab, and I'm doing a new route where we don't get the star in Tarot Swords anymore, then yeah, I do need to remember to make sure I do the right set of attacks. This is the reason that I got 6 honey syrups, was in case I missed that jump particularly. So sleep sauce on turn 2, that's really bad RNG. You know, I actually forget if I was supposed to wake up Mallow. I think I was supposed to in the fight. Well, we'll wing it here. Gonna hope that he wakes up Mallow this turn. He did not. Or, well, I guess he's turning him to a Scarecrow, so he technically is, but this actually is worst case scenario, so I am gonna get punished for not using the Stable Juice on Mallow, because I forgot. Since I'm out of FP, the Scarecrow makes it so that you can't use your regular attacks, and you can't use, oh, what's it called? Yeah, you can't use regular attacks, and you can't use, items as well, so... Yeah, because of that, I ran out of FP, so I just had to defend until somebody's Scarecrow wore off. And yeah, he's reapplying it to Mallow, so yeah, I might have to actually just use FP restoratives on Mario particularly for a while. Alright, yeah, they're kind of getting looped. This might actually lose a lot of time, but we'll see then. I think you both die here, so I think I have to actually, like, just defend a bunch of times again, unfortunately. Until, I think Mallow's Scarecrow's gonna wear off this turn, so I think that's chill now. Alright, cool. We'll be at it. And yeah, there are supposed to be scripted turns where he eats Mallow, but because Mallow was status, like, all the time, he never ate him during the fight. And yeah, he's one jump away from being defeated, so there we go. All things considered, could have been worse. I'll admit. Alright, and also I don't gain you don't gain a level up here in this route, due to not getting the Sword Star anymore. This new routing, I forget, I think it was finalized this year actually. I think it was pretty recent. I think it was like closer towards the summer this year. But mostly changes the routing for the early game, but then that does change how we gain EXP with using the stars for later parts, like killing more or fewer enemies in some different areas. So I do have like a pace spin with like the route changes. So I've been periodically looking over at it whenever you see me looking to my left on the webcam. So yeah, it's Midas River minigame. So the first time that you do it, if you get at least 60 coins, you get a special coin called the Frog Coin as a reward. And Frog Coins are a special kind of currency which buys items that you normally can't buy from other shops. So we have a bunch of those routed in, I think 25 in total we need. In the next section coming up, yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 in the next section, and then we need another 22 to buy EXP booster at the mid game, which gives you whoever has it equipped gets a double EXP. So I'm gonna be passing it around through the party members to try and hit certain level thresholds to be able to survive bosses and survive certain bosses and like to beat them quicker as well. So it's very meticulously planned out. Alright, so assuming I got 60 should be good here. Okay, yeah, got exactly 60. And yeah, so yeah, that's why I was skipping a bunch of those coins, because I wanted to have 60 flat, because if you get more than 60, then the toad will give you one extra text box saying that he'll keep the remaining coins for you. Which, I think in Japanese loses like 40 frames, and it's like the full second in English, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, so ideally you'd like to get 60 flat, but getting less than 60 is worse because you won't get the frog coin at all. So you have to get a backup one somewhere, which will lose like upwards of 7 seconds depending on like which one you get. So yeah. Oh, 1 second. Okay, okay, yeah, that should be fine now. I think that, my voice might have ended up sounding weird on the stream for a bit. Okay, yeah, so I got a pretty long cutscene for Tadpole Pond, which, I know it's all in Japanese, so probably most of y'all can't read it. But, what was it? This is, like, Mallow's home area, which, he's, thought to be a tadpole, as he introduced himself. But in a moment, the shocking reveal is that Frogfush is here, or Gramps. He revealed that Mallow's not a tadpole, and that he fell from the sky one day in a basket, which it said, with a note that said that his name is Mallow. So then, yeah, then Mallow's gonna join Mario on this adventure to help him and try to also find out where he's from and where his like family is. So that's the sad moment, sad music, and everything. But yeah, right after this cutscene though, gonna be buying. So one of the tadpoles here, I'm gonna be buying. What is it? Sleepy Bomb and Energizer, which the Sleepy Bomb I'm gonna be using on like the second last boss in the run, which is Gun Yolk, to put both enemies to sleep during that fight. So can have that in my inventory for like 2 hours. And since I missed the K9 jump, I want to grab this backup flower over here to have my max FP at 12. I did not know that that could happen if you end up getting that backup flower. That's well. At least I ran from the fight first try, because in any encounter that you can run from, it's a 50% chance whether you'll run or not. So sometimes you can just like bleed a lot of time by you know, like 6 or 7 try escapes and battles and stuff. It's like not uncommon for that to happen. Hey, Addy. Thanks for that compliment. But yeah, so yeah, this cutscene's not that long, but gonna be getting to a very long cutscene in the next town in a bit. I think it's the longest one in the game, if I recall correctly.
Well, I have
Hey,
plenty of blurbs to read off
Okay,
to
in a
fill the
moment,
time
then.
if you need it.
So yeah, from here, gonna head straight to the shop and go down this chimney, because there's an invisible... Or, sorry, it's a visible chest there, which has another flower tab, but then there's an invisible one that has another frog coin, so... Gonna be trying to collect, like, convenient, was it flower tabs and frog coins in a lot of places, like, throughout the run, to try and make up for the 22 frog coins, but also to try and have, like, by the end game, ideally, like, 32 or more flower points. And, yeah, this cutscene, so I'm gonna be just saying no to this kid because it's slightly faster to get starstruck seeing Mario. When he's like, "Are you really Mario?" And then if you say yes, he'll be like, "Prove it," and you have to jump, which takes longer than the saying no and having the kid be disappointed. but yeah, aside from that, yeah, I think there's like about, what's it, like 90 seconds for this cutscene coming up, so you can take it away, Maddie.
Sure thing. Well, once again, you are watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, and we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obenhaus lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became a place not just for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no signs of slowing down. And that is the cause that we are here gaming and raising money for this week. If that sounds like a good time, good cause, worthy of your money, you can type !donate in chat to find a link to the Tiltify page. But also, again, you are watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, presented by No Glitches Allowed. And unlike the normal No Glitches stuff, this event has opened all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer, and we are looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns to watch this week as you bundle up by a fire, maybe with a blanket or some hot cocoa. I think some of that is pretty mandatory to maximize the comf that you have while watching this marathon. If you're looking to get involved, be on the lookout about No Glitches Allowed 11, the next event coming up. This event is dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches or without glitches entirely. This is all, no major glitches, glitchless, any other run like that doesn't have significant tricks or skips. If you're interested in getting involved as a runner or as a volunteer, make sure to join our Discord or follow us on Blue Sky and Instagram to get updates about that event and future ones. Looks like the cutscene is about to end here. Am I right, or should I keep going?
Yeah, there's like this short short dialogue here. If you want to keep going.
All right. Sure thing. Well, we also have Complete-a-thon, which is No Glitches Alloved's completionist speedrunning event. 100% long runs and other such completionist categories are welcome, and that event takes place in the late summer. If you're interested in getting involved with that or finding out more, join that Discord or follow them on Blue Sky and Instagram for events about Complete-a-thon. They're kind of sister events run by similar people, but they do have separate Discords and information. So depending on which style of speedrun you like, choose your own adventure there. Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Maddie. Yeah, so currently, yeah, what is movie? Oh yeah, I did a safety save just in case I died at doing this, but this is the Wiggler jumps in the forest maze. So I want to try and get 7 frog points from these guys from bouncing on them 10 times each time, and they have like 6 different paths they can take. So 3 of them go in front of the stump and 3 of them behind. Usually these like zigzagging patterns are kind of difficult, so probably saw me get into an encounter on one of them, which combination of like kind of started the chain of bounces late, but also because this is an isometric game, there is sometimes some hitbox jank, so like I definitely landed on this guy's head and still got into an encounter, so sometimes that happens if you're like not kind of like not aligned properly, which it can sometimes be hard to tell on like isometric view. But yeah, fortunately I ran away from the battle, but if you do get into an encounter with the Wigglers and there happens to be 2 of them and you fail to run, if they both cast Sandstorm at you, then you'll assuming that Sandstorm doesn't miss anyone, then you'll just wipe to it. So that's why I safety saved as well before I left Rose down. But I went through the dialogue of the kid's mom scolding him first before I saved, just so that I wouldn't have to like go through the dialogue again, like if I had happened to reset. And then yeah, going through the later section now, Forest Maze, which yeah, there's a few invincible chests I've been collecting, which the very first one was a Caro Cola when I entered, so I'm gonna sell that for more money later. There was a frog coin, or a couple frog coins, and then oh wait, no, there was only one frog coin, my bad. And then this red essence, which I'm gonna be using for Bunts, the cake boss, later. Because Mario's gonna be too weak to survive the fight, so then in the middle phases, especially, so then it gives you invincibility for 3 turns when you on whichever character you use it on. So, assuming no mistakes, Mario should be using it on himself. I think like turn 3 of the fight, and then we'll like go from there and pray that the RNG is not cursed from there.
All right. Well, I have.
Yeah, we've got another ultra long cutscene actually.
We do have one donation here.
For the intro to this
is
boss
from Steve TV Online, who has donated $25 and says, "I've never been the first donator of a marathon before. Can't wait for another great marathon for a great charity. Have fun and good luck to all the runners." Thank you so much, Steve. We very much appreciate it. And you too can donate by typing !donate in the chat. In between the runs here, which won't be for a little while, we'll also have a QR code that you can scan with your phone if you want. I believe there's a link below the stream, and that will all get to the Tiltify page, where you can donate to, modify the, increase the number on the bottom of the screen. But if you don't want to do that, you can also just go straight to gorescuedogs.com/donate, which is their How Can I Help page, where you can find like their Amazon wish list if you want to donate supplies, if you want to volunteer, if you're in the area. And you can also, there's a link to just donate directly to them if you don't want to go through Tiltify. All the donations through Tiltify still go directly to Go Rescue, so no worries there. But, whichever one you have preference for, go for it. It's all going towards a great cause regardless. I'm always happy to talk, but if you want to keep talking about your run, feel free.
Thanks again, Maddie. Oh, did you have more? My bad. Okay. Alright, I'll interrupt a bit. So, yeah, now that we just started the fight, because that was a good way to fill in all the time right there. So that Energizer I bought from Tadpole Pond. Gonna hope it freebies, but it didn't. It's a 1 in 4 chance, so it's not really expected. It whoever you use it on, it gives an attack up stat, which might be familiar with using Geno Grease in the run. It raises your damage by 50% for like all of your attacks. That includes also items that do damage, like fire bomb, ice bomb, fright bombs, and stuff like that. I'm not going to be using any of those in this part of the run, but it does increase those as well. So Geno's the powerhouse for this fight, despite having no equips currently. And the other 2 characters, for the most part, are going to be on the sidelines. And there's a chance that you could get kind of a unwinnable pattern for this fight if he casts bolts twice on Geno, or lightning orb and bolt. Okay. Yeah, like each of those on Geno. He has I think it's a 50% chance to do just a regular physical attack, which you can block, and each of his spells I think is 25%. So there's a bolt on Geno, so could be scary on his next attack if he casts either spell on Geno. But we'll see. And then yeah, so Boyer's been locking these buttons, which depending on how often you attack him and what types of attacks you use, then it sets this invisible counter, which will determine which button he'll lock. So I've been most of the reason I've been attacking very few times with the other party members because they're pretty weak, but then also okay, I got good RNG on the last 2 turns, so that's good. And yeah, making sure that he doesn't lock the Y button for most of that fight until the very end, so that it could use Geno Beam and burn all of Geno's FP. And then what's it called? And then I used a jump on Mario on that 1 turn because I forgot to mention this mechanic, but especially in the very first fight where I failed the RNG manipulation on the Terrapins, Mario's jump, every 2 jumps he does, his power for his jump increases by 1 permanently. So it caps up to, I think it's 255 jumps. So to hit certain damage thresholds at certain points of the run, then also kind of routing using jumps with Mario. With this new route, it's slightly less important because the big one was at the start of the mid game. There's a boss, King Calamari, which you want Mario to hit at least 80 damage with his jump, but due to this new routing, since Mario is 1 level lower, by the time he gets there, then you won't be able to get your jump powered up enough to hit 80. You'll hit like around 74. So then, because of that, we end up using a couple super jumps on him at that point, which is slower, but it you know, it saves a turn from the fight. So it's faster than yeah, letting the boss attack you again, basically. And yeah, so yeah, I guess I got pretty
we'll take average over bad any day of the week.
I keep saying that about most of the RNG elements so far. But because it was like exactly. It was like 2 spells and 2 physicals, which is, yeah, it was like, what, 50-50 for each physical. So yeah, it really was just like straight average, actually. So yeah, that's not bad. At least I like got through the fight and survived and everything too. So, a little bit of a slightly longer menu there. Bought a bunch of work pants, which is like the only armor I'm gonna need outside of the super suit for the run. Because the big thing is that aside from the super suit, it's the only armor that gives you speed, and we really need the speed to be able to act before bosses, so that we can get like defenses set up and stuff like that for some of them before they just like potentially just wipe your party or like kill some party members and stuff like that, like right at the beginning. And it does give an offensive boost as well, a little bit, and then like a little bit of defense. So it's like technically like an underpowered armor for like the late game, the mid to late game, because it doesn't give a lot of defensive stats. But yeah, but because of the speed, it's like crucial to have them on like all of your party members pretty much. And then yeah, Moleville Mines here. Gonna be fighting Croco again.
Keep tempting the RNG gods like that.
I don't know. I've never lost this fight ever, so like should be fine. I know, right? Yeah. Fortunately, yeah. Assuming that I don't make any like major mistakes, it shouldn't be like an unwinnable pattern or anything like that. But yeah, I really don't like to tempt fate like that though. Because I'm also not a perfect player, so like mistakes can happen, right? But either way, yeah. So gotta chase down Croco, and yeah, you can catch him in like the second room if you just move quickly. If I got the Energizer freebie versus Boyer, I would have used it here. But unfortunately, since I didn't, then yeah, just gonna wail on him with all the party members and kind of hope that he doesn't throw bombs in the first phase. if he throws one at Mario, it'll one-shot him, and because I gave Mallow a HP bonus on his level up just now, then he can survive one with 1 HP. So ideally, you don't want him to throw them at Mario at all, and then ideally not have him not throw 2 at Mallow. So now that he's in the second phase, his special attack is called Chomp, so he won't throw bombs anymore, and you can actually block his Chomp. Which, throwing right here, it does a lot of damage, but yeah, if you get a full-time block, then yeah, you take 0, so it's pretty big. And I was using jumps a bunch of times with Mario, but it actually is faster to use his physical attack. But Croco does have an evasion stat, so sometimes physical attacks can miss, and magic attacks never miss, so including jump and stuff. So on the first phase, I just didn't want to tempt fate if, like, you know, Mario happened to miss, and then be like kicking myself for not just using jump and taking like, you know, a couple seconds time loss during that part. Because yeah, I ideally didn't want to give Croco a 3rd turn, because if he happens to like throw another bomb and like maybe kill someone, then yeah, that'd be bad situation. Mostly just because it's slow.
Would that also affect the XP routing at all?
Getting less attacks out and letting Croco have more turns, which just wastes more time.
Nice.
Nah, the KO'd party members still get EXP during the run as well, or during fights as well. So, fortunately, yeah. So there's some fights that are where we actually just plan to like let party members die. Like if Boyer KO'd not Gino, then it actually is faster because you don't have to choose defend with them. But that does also kind of open yourself up to RNG risk as well. Because if Boyer were to try and when he casts spells and stuff like that, then he'd be more likely to target Gino because there's like one less person to target if you let them get KO'd. So.
Yeah, sort of a risk.
So you can
thing
save
there.
time, but then yeah, you're kind of at risk of just losing time as well. Losing time or like possibly losing the fight due to. Yeah, exactly. And then same with when I fought Croco the first time. When I missed the K9 jump, if I had gotten it and had 12 FP, I would have. So I used the honey syrup on turn 3 with Mallow, and then I would have used another one on turn 4 because Mario would have just enough FP to defeat Croco with jumps and would have 0 FP like at the end of the fight, so he'd have like just enough. And after you use that second honey syrup, it's ideal to try and let Croco just KO Mallow, which I think on turn 4, I think he actually did attack Mallow, but because I had to wait until at least turn 5 to use the second honey syrup, I had to actually block his attack and not let Mallow die. Oh, unlucky. What's I gonna say about this guy? So Punchinello, he has what, a 1 in 7 chance to cast Sandstorm. And oh, nice freebie actually. So it's an AoE spell that also causes fear. I have a Fearless pin equipped on both Mallow and Gino, so they're immune to it. But yeah, Mario, when he was shaking with the fear status, then it makes you take 50% more damage from attacks, and your attacks deal half damage as well. And on top of him just casting it being loses it. Him casting it loses like 7 seconds, and then on top of that, Mario not getting off one of his attacks as well. Could... I was gonna say it could make the fight go one more turn, but fortunately, all my characters rolled high enough damage that still ended on the right turn. Not too bad. And yeah, in the older routes, oh shoot, we used to have the wake up pin instead of fearless pin. to prevent getting put to sleep versus the next boss and next two bosses. But then yeah, because you're susceptible to getting feared, getting sandstormed in this fight would often lose like around 20 seconds because you'd have to cure most or all of your party members if you cast sandstorm, and Punchinello can only cast it once as well. So if he tries to cast it again in the fight, it'll say that monster has no FP left. So which I think also is slower than him doing a physical attack if he like tries to cast it again, but not by much though. But yeah, fortunately you can only do it once. And remember around like 6 years ago, someone in my chat said that they're trying to calculate the odds because Punchinello has he does five turns of attacks. And since the sandstorm is 1 in 7 chance each, then they're saying that I think it's about a 54% chance against you that he'll probably use sandstorm at least once in the fight. So it's close to a coin flip on average that he'll like maybe do it once. And yeah, so excuse me. I forgot the name of this. Oh yeah, the minecart minigame. You know, a common thing is usually people will often say that they have no idea how to do this minigame, but I'll try to show how it's done. But the big mechanics is if you have too much speed going around the turn, then you'll just fall off and crash. And you need to use your brakes anytime that you're reaching a hairpin turn, so it's like 2 consecutive turns that are nearby, like those. And yeah, so the name of the game, if you want to have like a solid time, is to try to take corners like as quick as you can. See, I crashed there, so I use the brakes like not long enough. I'm actually like tapping the brakes instead of holding it because you decelerate by a lot if you're just holding the brakes. So kind of like tap it 2 times. But yeah, if you let go of it too early, then yeah, you can just fall off and crash as well. And then yeah, this part, I was actually holding my controller sideways and like mashing the X button with to use the mushrooms with my right thumb, and then pressing jump with my left thumb. It's a very weird grip, but I know y'all can't see my controller with my camera angle. But it's kind of the technique I learned to help with mashing. Or yeah, to help with mashing mushrooms, because I wanted to just use them ASAP in that section. For the most part. And then yeah, there was that one left turn I just took where I jumped over a gap. If you actually crash there, you have to go on the long route. That's like a bit of a shortcut there. And then this other stuff, if you crash, you lose about 1.5 seconds generally. And if you like miss mushrooms, I think that also loses roughly 1.5 seconds each. So, oh shoot, I'm not sure why I had a weirdly low jump like that, but that's okay. So actually I'm gonna lose time because I needed to grab at least one of those 2 mushrooms, so barely didn't get sub 2 minutes because of that. Instead of probably like a high of 158. That's okay. The other worry though is that I missed like 2 of those large coins near the end, because the big coins are worth 10. And for money routing, that might matter that I missed 2 instead of just 1. I did grab some extra coins in Rose Way, and I also did mess up the Wiggler jumps a couple times, so I did gain some extra coins from each of those. But I have been using like quite a bit of extra like inventory items in this run due to unfortunate RNG on a lot of bosses. Which whatever items you have left over, you would sell them when you get to Seaside Town later during this like large mini that we're gonna do. or long menu that we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's like a extra item if you have enough money called the bad mushroom. If you have like an extra 30 coins to spend, that could make a difference against like 1 or 2 bosses if you end up buying it. But maybe not, so we'll see. Alright, so there's a frog coin there. Hidden in that the artichoke. And then the chest I grabbed was a rock candy, which gonna be trying to do some RNG manipulation for this next boss coming up, and I'm gonna try to manipulate it so that I can freebie that rock candy a few times to try and speed up the fight. And if I lose the rock candy, I'm probably gonna might lose time on this fight, but maybe not. If I like fail to freebie it like right at the end, then I probably won't lose time. But not having the rock candy later on for the Axum Rangers, probably guaranteed lose like at least half a minute for that fight. And I have to change my equips route for the Axum Rangers and the boss after them. So depending on how that goes. So there is a backup routing at least. And yeah, now that we have more than 3 party members, there's option for a tutorial on how to swap party members. So I really wanted to say no there because that also loses like a minute if you overmash with turbo. And then in Booster Tower here, so all of these sniffets, you really don't want to get into an encounter with them because they'll lose a lot of time because you can't run away from them. So you don't want to accidentally touch those guys particularly. And then these ball bombs, if you encounter them, if you fail to run away and all the ball bombs blow themselves up and you end up winning the fight, you could kind of mess up your EXP routing by gaining EXP against them. So that occasionally comes up. I'm gonna safety save here though, just in case I mess up what we call the checkerboard room, where there's like booby-trapped tiles where there's forced encounters that you can't run away from. And they'll also, a combination of wasting a lot of time because the enemies are faster than you, and their attacks are really slow. Again, could also mess up your EXP route. I kind of wanted that coin, but it's fine. If I'm short by exactly 1 coin for all the other menus, then I'll kick myself later. But I doubt that that 1 coin will actually matter. So yeah, with this booster cutscene here, you can actually just run out of the room instead of waiting for him to throw down all of the ball bombs and letting them explode and letting him leave. Which was something I never knew until the speedrun actually as well. And yeah, so we've got this locked door where we finally find Peach after everyone got flung out of the castle at the beginning. And there is a very long minigame about to happen right now, which it's pretty trivial when you know what you're doing. But we actually do want to win the minigame to get an equip called the Amulet, which it lowers your speed, but it also raises your magic attack. And it actually doesn't say in the item description, but it also makes you take half damage from elemental attacks as well. So it's gonna be really important later on top of that. It's like a combination of like managing turn order for fights, but also the increased damage output is gonna make the difference for some boss fights as well.
Just another reminder that you are here watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, and we are here raising funds for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. The Go Rescue website has its own section for adoption success stories, and while we continue on with this amazing run, please go check out gorescuedogs.com/success stories in the next break for some adorable pictures and heartwarming tales. But obviously, this is awesome speed gaming content, and that's what you're all here for. And we're just raising money to help adopt some pets, which is fantastic, very comfy, and I hope you're all doing well out there.
Oh, I was about to say. Yeah. So you might have noticed that I'm like swagging out a little bit, just showing like half of Mario's body sometimes, like from the curtain, because I guess because of the isometric view, they technically aren't seeing Mario when I'm like peeking out a little bit from that angle. So just like some like funny jank that like to show off. You can definitely like get caught by like stepping too far forward. Can actually stay most of that time, or for most of us as well. Okay, just gotta remember this equip menu. I think that's great. So yeah, during this RNG minute,
Sure.
yeah, if you do want to, what the?
All right.
If you do want to fill in Space
totally
Manny,
happy to keep
up to you.
talking into a mic.
But I'm gonna have my
you
headset
already
off
heard
for,
that we are raising money for
audio
Go
cues for
Rescue.
the TV,
But
so
to do that,
I'll be
you can
right back.
type !donate in the chat to find a link to our Tiltify page. And while you're there, we have a couple polls open that you can donate towards to help modify the things that we do during this marathon. Later today, we'll be running Metroid Prime, and you can choose between either the Fusion suit or the default suit, and currently Fusion has a lead of $25. So if you want to see the standard default suit in Metroid Prime, get those donations in. And for tomorrow, we will be running Trackmania, and you can choose the car model. I think that's the skin that, the paint job that goes over the car, but I don't know, it's been a while since I've last seen a Trackmania game, so maybe they've actually updated that. I'll have to get more accurate information, but your choices currently are Pingu, Among Us, Maxwell the Cat, Lightning McQueen, Minecraft Steve, and Ice Cream Van. So all of those sound like they would be a lot of fun, and I'm always excited to see Trackmania, so get some donations in, and I want some good vibes to be reading out here as well. Back to you, Ryan.
Yeah, I missed all that. I missed all that since I had my headset off. Yeah, I'm not sure why the last freebie failed, but they got through the fight without losing time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to reroute the Axum Rangers later. But not the end of the world. If I were to guess, I think I threw the rock candy late, but I actually have no idea if it like seemed right, but it just didn't work this time. Oh, also, if chat wants to guess how many flowers I'm gonna get from this minigame, between 0 and 16. Which, I'm also gonna take off my headset because I do need to hear TV for this part. I completely forgot.
I'll be quiet and, in the background here. Unfortunately, I'm also observing on a leg, so I don't know exactly how to time this all, but we're just going to quietly talk about how awesome this event is, and that you should spread the word. Tell your friends, your family. We're just starting this marathon, and we'll be going through Sunday. If you want to see some very cozy speed runs, you know, again, cocoa is encouraged. Doubly so if you give yourself some sprinkles and marshmallows. Um, if you think that's a good time and you think other people you know would enjoy that, let them know. We're obviously a smaller marathon, and we are here to do the best we can and still, you know, raise money for a good cause in the process. Looks like Mario is chasing Peach, trying to rescue. And there's a bunch of little Shy Guy characters. And of course, Ryan's doing an amazing job, as always. All right, you're back. I'll pass it back over to you. No worries.
Hey, 13. Alright, I appreciate filling in space, Maddie, too. Yeah, so 13 is pretty good. As long as you get 8 at worst, then you won't lose time throughout the run. If you get less than 8, then you need to make some small detours to try and grab like extra flower tabs generally. But for every 3 extra that you get, more than 8, then it does give leeway for some backup strats in case of mistakes versus some later bosses as well. So ideally you would have liked to have gotten 14 instead of 13, but that's okay. The beginning went kind of poorly, and then it really snowballed like for a while because I was like in addition getting like bad RNG on top of like the one mistake I made, so it kind of compounded and caused me to miss the opportunity to get like 3 flowers off of that. So also because of the RNG, sometimes it's actually not possible to get 16 in a normal run. Like sometimes the RNG just doesn't allow it, but you can always get like 15 at best, for sure. Or sorry, at least at best you can get 15. The perfect 16 is sometimes RNG dependent though. And then yeah, so got so I definitely safety saved because this is a fight that is you could potentially just lose like outright if you get like owned by RNG really hard. And I wouldn't be surprised if I also lose a lot of time in this fight because it's definitely pretty common. We just kind of like make do with what we have. But we'll see. Hopefully I just get like standard RNG though. We'll see though. And yeah, Booster and his crew, they definitely talk a lot, so it's usually like yeah, a lot of dialogue like before and after. And yeah, those sniffets, the way they move is random, and since they run faster than you, then you usually kind of want to wait around the middle sections and hope that they like run towards you like while you're there. Sometimes I did chase after them, which is usually ill-advised, but yeah, I ran the risk occasionally. And then yeah, since they can jump over the pews as well, then they can very easily like avoid you unintentionally. All right, so this cake, yeah, we're about to get it started. So it's pretty important to try and block the chef attacks at the start, especially if they're targeting like not Bowser. You really want to block those. Because even if you miss the block with Bowser, they'll do 1 damage, which could matter. It's like depending on like the RNG you get, but it's like not that likely to like make a difference in this route. But it could. Yeah. So I especially don't want Geno to take damage from them because the second phase, the candle phase of this fight, when all the candles are gonna light up from the cake, he's gonna cast some like pretty damaging spells, and like there's like a few AoE ones as well. So because of that, Gino, even if I failed to block that one, but even if I don't fail to block, there's like a chance he could just get like obliterated by the spells. So yeah, you obviously want to lower that chance as much as possible. So that 7 damage could matter, but maybe not. So gonna be hoping that he does physical attacks as much as possible, because the cake has like 2 different layers that it attacks with, like the bottom and then the head part. And I think there's like a 50-50 chance that he'll do a physical, and then like he has like a variety of magic attacks that he can do instead. So we'll see what we get. Okay, physical for the first, then Blizzard for the second one, which is pretty normal. Oh, it missed Gino, so that's actually pretty lucky. In this route, the devastating ones, since we have Fearless Pin, then Sandstorm is like not as bad to get hit by, which he's doing right now. But then the top layer using Diamond Saw, which he's actually doing right now. I'm gonna hope he doesn't hit Gino. Okay, that's huge that he didn't hit Gino. So at least got through the candle phase in 3 turns, which not doing timed attacks because it's faster to do untimed hits on these. But each hit will blow out 1 candle, and then he'll relight 1 candle on his turn. So with all the party members alive, going into the raspberry phase, that's actually really big. But since everybody's got low health, I'm gonna hope he doesn't do Drain Beam on this turn, because he'll kill everyone except Mario. But, yeah, unfortunately he did exactly that, so. Hey, 3D. Oh, if I blocked that attack, that would have been huge. Because, I could have just attacked him with Mario this next turn, and he would have defeated the cake before that Sandstorm went off. But, hey, we got through the fight with, like, not that much time lost as well, so it's pretty good. Melted clown thing? It's so creepy. Wait, this cake? And then yeah, after winning the fight, then Booster here is trying to figure out how to or they're trying to figure out how to eat this wedding cake, which it's pretty cute dialogue. I definitely recommend this game, the English version. And I'd say now also the remake is probably the definitive way to play it, but I think the SNES version does have like a charm that's like that you won't get from the from the remake as well. But for like quality of life stuff, yeah, I think the remake is like the definitive way to play it. And yeah, so through this fight, so that's good. Oh, also Mallow won't be used for the rest of this run, so gonna be whenever he levels up, I'm gonna always give him HP because it's for the bonus stat, it's the one that's in the middle, so it's just like the first option. And gonna be using pretty much like every other party member, like swapping them around depending on certain battles. And yeah, now that we've rescued Peach, then gotta head back to Mushroom Kingdom and yeah, bring her home since she's been kidnapped and missing like this whole time since the beginning of the game. And in addition to that, I need to go down this bottom exit because there's a bunch of dialogue if you go through that upper exit to try and leave this area. Where they're like, where should we go next? Should we take Peach back? We should take Peach back to her castle, and then you get like yes or no option, and you could keep saying no, and like all your party members will keep like trying to convince you to take her until they get mad and just yell at you if you say no enough times. It's pretty funny, but slow of course to do that. And then yeah, near the beginning of the game, since Croco stole Mallow's special frog coin, which he was supposed to buy in that shop, was supposed to buy his grandpa, Frogfucius's favorite snack, the cricket pie, then it's faster to get it here on this visit, since you get forced to enter on that side of Mushroom Kingdom. And then since after all of these cutscenes coming up, then you need to go actually talk to Frogfucius to unlock the next area, so you can give him back the cricket pie. This is like the point of the game where we need to give him the cricket pie, so like so it's just convenient to grab it now instead of grabbing it when it was earliest available. Then
I guess I'll have a question
yeah,
then.
I think of more stuff at this point.
What got you into running this game in the first place? We have time.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a long story. I do love rambling about it though. Yeah, so a friend of mine, Pidge, which I think in the speedrun spaces, a lot of people at least know of her, but I've known her through playing competitive Smash Bros. Melee since 2009, and she played Smash Bros. Brawl competitively at that time, and there was a lot of tournaments with both games, so we had a lot of mutual friends. And she'd been running Mario RPG for years before I started, but and for years she'd been offering to teach me the run, but then since I was traveling for Smash Bros. Melee tournaments a lot, always practicing and grinding that game a lot, then I was like, yeah, I'll eventually take you up on it. And then I had a sponsor for Melee from 2017 till start of 2017 till mid 2018. Oh, also there's a random glitch that loses time, but gotta show it off in marathons. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so my sponsors, they actually ended up going bankrupt almost halfway through 2018. So then they couldn't afford to keep the players due to that, and then I wasn't traveling that much for Smash Bros. Melee tournaments, so then I hit her up and was like, hey, are you still down to teach me Mario RPG? And she's like, heck yeah. And then since we both live in Toronto, then yeah, I went to her place four times, and she taught me the run in person. She had a monitor on top of the TV I was playing on, and she was playing from a separate setup, and was showing me how to run the route and explaining strats and backup strats throughout the game. And then yeah, I did about a quarter of the game each time over 2 to 3 hours whenever I came over. And then yeah, and then I finally started doing runs in August 2018. So thanks to her for giving me that push to start to do actual real-time speed runs and stuff, because before long ago I used to dabble in learning strats for some speed runs that I would see crazy stuff from Ocarina of Time, mainly when Ganondorf was first discovered, going from warping from the Deku Tree to the Ganon tower collapse and stuff like that. So I learned that route, and I never actually timed a full run, or I would just play through the game with the strats, but also pause in between and not do a full RTA run in one sitting or anything, or even with the timer. So yeah, that's why I consider this to be my official first speed run, because I actually did RTA runs. I submitted to a leaderboard and everything. So
yeah, that sounds like an awesome
hey,
way
thanks.
to pick things up and someone to help teach you and stuff.
I think that thanks to her teaching me the run, I think that helped me improve quickly at the game as well. Because yeah, relatively whenever I see new runners pick up the game, usually they'll have like their first run will probably be a range of like 4 to 7.5 hours, like somewhere in that range. But since I went like for the optimal route right away and everything, and like practiced each section of the game that she would teach me until I learned the next part from her. And yeah, my first run like in English, I had it was a 336, so which would probably be an equivalent of about like 327, 328, like somewhere around there. So like, yeah, my current PB playing in Japanese is a high 250 now. But so it's like, in terms of like numbers, I haven't pushed my PB down by a lot overall, but it's because like I had like a relatively like solid time from the beginning, which I think it's like purely because of like her teaching me the run rather than having to like figure out a lot of stuff like on my own. Yeah, here's that long menu that I mentioned for Seaside Town as well. Which, just making sure not to mess up menus, but I think it should be okay as long as I don't sell like an extra item unintentionally or something. Oh, and I had so many extra points. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so I was able to buy the items that I was a bit concerned about not being able to buy as well. Or, I say extra items? Extra coins. So that's the same. Just for safety, I'm gonna save one more time though. Wait, what? Oh yeah, right. Reason for this one is if I mess up this trick, the skill swap glitch, then Peach won't learn an important move, and then next few bosses could end up being more difficult because of that. Yeah, so Mario hitting level 6 and 7, that's good. And then what's it called? So since I swapped, normally you can't open up your menu when you have a star active. So, but then the game, when you press pause for the menu, the screen kind of like fades into it, so it so like Mario's kind of moving a little bit in the overworld. So you collect the star while getting the pause out, and then if you swap party members, they're swapped slots. Like when they level up, the game kind of thinks that the swap character is in the opposite spot from each other. So then I swapped Peach and Mallow, and Peach hitting level 10, the game thinks that Mallow hit level 10. And it's when Mallow learns Shocker normally, so instead Peach learned Shocker. And since her since her magic attack stat is higher, then she it's nicer versus some bosses for her to be the one to actually like cast the spell. And yeah, because so there is some jank that can happen, which sometimes when you're jumping into those blocks to switch the letters, when you jump, you can sometimes double hit it, which will advance the letter by two slots. And if you don't notice, then yeah, you can just get like the wrong password because of that. Oh, that's a really good freebie to get there. Because during the long shop menu that I did, I bought was it 6 ice bombs, 6 fire bombs, 2 fright bombs, and then 1 bad mushroom. And really relying on getting freebies from some of them, which it's a 1 in 4 chance for all the bombs. Hey, another one. That's lucky. Alright, really making up for the one practice run I did for this event where I got like no freebies throughout like the whole mid game. So it's really helping out. And yeah, if I got like 0 freebies from like those bombs throughout this whole mid game, then it would probably lose around like 3 minutes. So it's pretty important to get a few, especially the ice bombs. I'd ideally like to get at least 3 freebies from the ice bombs, but usually don't expect to. Hoping at the absolute worst to get 1 instead of 0, but like 3 at minimum would be ideal. You can also save here again just in case I screw up super jumps coming up, which probably try to have you have you talk a bit, Maddie, during that part, since if I succeed with the super jumps, it'll probably be like
just let me know, and I'm here for you.
Jumping on the boss. So. All right, sounds good. We're here to get the safety ring, which is a great item. It makes you immune to elemental damage from magic attacks, so it'll actually do 0, and then you're immune to status effects as well, including attacks that don't have a damage value, but just like instantly knock out your character. Oh, another freebie. That's loud. So yeah, three fires is really good. Especially because I didn't get, since I failed to failed the rock candy manip at the end of the knife guy great guy fight. Then yeah, ideally I'd like to have, by the time I get to Axum Rangers, I'd ideally like to have at least one fire bomb and 1 ice bomb. So I should for sure have at least the fire bomb by the time I get there. At this point. Thanks to all those freebies. Alright, so... Oh yeah, so with the characters' level up screens as well, the bonus stats that we give is also routed. Which I could go into it later, but yeah, about to do the 100 super jumps, and I for sure won't be talking during this fight when I start it, so...
Alright. Well, I guess first things first then. I have not been receiving too many donations, y'all. I would really like to, you know, read out some good vibes. If you got anything to say that's nice, I'd love to read it for you. Even if you don't have anything to say, just donating towards the good cause, every little bit helps. Would be fantastic. You can type !donate in the chat to find a donate link to our Tiltify page. But also as a reminder, you are watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, and we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center, dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. They work to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. And No Holidays Allowed is presented by No Glitches Allowed, the channel you're currently watching. This event is open to all kinds of speedruns and showcases that runners have to offer, not just the glitchless... let me try and talk again. Not just the glitchless runs. We're looking forward to showing off some amazing speedruns like the one you're watching right now, as you bundle up with a blanket, by a fire, with a hot drink of your choice. Whatever makes you comfy, we are here for it. We are here to showcase some amazing speed games this weekend. Coming up after this run, we have the Zachtronics Solitaire Collection, which I've never heard of, but, I mean, if my current addiction to Blatro is anything to go off of, I am here for more card game video games, so stay tuned for that. Later tonight, we have Metroid Prime, which you can also donate on the suit choice through our Tiltify page. And then early-ish tomorrow, we have Trackmania as well. And I did get clarification on the car model. It is not just a paint job on your standard Trackmania car. It is an actual updated 3D model. And I gotta say, I'm looking forward to whichever choice gets picked. There's some great choices out there that you can donate towards. and they're all at $0. So why don't you go and click on that donate link and change that? Whichever one you choose is going to be a good time. What else can I talk about? Well, I guess in addition to just the monetary donations through our Tiltify page or going directly to GoRescueDogs.com, Go Rescue is also always in need of supplies such as dry and canned dog food, bleach, cheap paper towels, laundry detergent, furniture, and even vehicles. You can find out what kinds of things that they're looking for through their How Can I Help tab on their website, which includes their Amazon wish
thanks
list.
again.
Let's help out those pups.
Yeah, my bad. I had you going for a while since
All right.
I messed up the super jumps once.
Yeah. Hey, no worries.
Right.
My purpose in life is to talk into a microphone for the next few hours.
Yeah, I was looking for my notes real quick to what's it called? For this next boss fight, just to make sure I don't miss equips or anything. But okay, should be good. But yeah, I did lose a pretty large chunk of time because I screwed up the super jumps like more than halfway through it. So obviously messing it up later and spending more time costs more time. The reason that we want to do 100 on Johnny is because the amount of damage I do with the super jumps is like, I forget how many you would need to kill him. I think it's like 93 super jumps to kill him in one go, so it's close enough to getting 100, and we need to get 100 once to get the super suit in the route, which is a really broken armor that we get to use. So Johnny's the ideal one to go for it and to get first try, but if I failed it again, then I would have probably done it on Belome 2, which is going to be the boss after this boss. Which, I'm probably at worst supposed to be doing like 59 super jumps on him, so obviously doing 100 loses more time because of doing extra, like 41 to 43 super jumps. Alright, so Yardovich. Oh, I'm gonna actually take off my headset again because I do need an audio cue for Shocker. Completely forgot.
Sure. Do you want me to cover for you? Oh, I guess I'll take that as a yes. Well, other games we have coming up later today include Maquette, I believe, I think I'm getting that right. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which I think is the new Prince of Persia game. Metal Slug X, which I'm a big fan of that series personally. I'm always excited to see a speedrun of that. We have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, doing all collectibles even, Bowser's Fury, and lastly, to close out the night, is Metroid Prime. So look forward to those, stay tuned, and get those donations in. I'll keep bugging you all about that. I think I'm still on the stream delay here, so Ryan just cut me off whenever, although your ears are probably off, so I don't know if that is going to help any. Well, I will share one sad piece of news. The No Glitches Allowed team is sad to announce that this is going to be the last No Holidays Allowed event that is planned for the foreseeable future. I think there's a variety of things going into that, but please stay tuned for news about our other events, including No Glitches Allowed 11 and Complete-a-thon 2025. So let's make this last No Holidays Allowed event a good one, and let's get the vibes up, because it's a celebration of doing some good work for charity.
Great, thank you
Not
again.
sad that this is the last one
Thanks
that's
again.
planned.
I know that was unexpected.
All right, Ryan, back to you.
But yeah, because casting Shocker doesn't have a visual cue for the time hit, so have to use like the sound of like lightning about to strike. I think that one's like an 8 frame window to get the full timed hit, but if I got any half timed hits, I would have done 197 damage instead of 237, which either could have made the fight go an extra turn, or I would potentially have to use like Geno Beam, which in that fight is really laggy as well, so it definitely wastes a lot of time there. But yeah, Geno Beam's the backup strat. If you get like, if you get like every 3 extra flowers you get from Booster Hill above 8. So yeah, since I had 13, then I could afford one like mistimed shocker. I don't know why I'm saving here, honestly, but why not? And yeah, grabbing that red essence. Optimally in the route, you wouldn't want to grab that, but just grabbing it as a safety item for the final boss, just in case. And doing a bit of a slower strat here to get across this cliff, where you can just wait for the geckos to walk off the cliff. You can like maneuver really fast, around them, and kind of like zigzag around them when they're circling around on the on the cliff edges. But it's easy to mess up and get into an encounter with them, so I didn't feel like doing it this time. And yeah, I think it saves like 2 seconds doing the fast geckos strat versus the safety. Yeah, so big thing, so these ants, so you're gonna follow in the sand whirlpool of the ones that I defeat, and then also because that leads to the right way. But then also I really want to get ice bomb freebies, while I'm using them here. So here's hoping. It's 4 chances. And then yeah, I was hoping that at least one of these ants would also drop a pick-me-up, which I saw that fight I actually did get a pick-me-up drop. I think it's 10% chance that you'll get the drop per fight. So it's like pretty likely that you'll get a few. And, in this route, ideally you need this at least one, so that you don't have to buy extras. But yeah, no freebies, unfortunately. But yeah, I guess the other thing I was gonna ramble about, let's talk about yeah, bonus stats during level ups. So we give Mario, for every multiple of 3 when he levels up, we give him attack, and then give him a special for all the other level ups. Okay, no freebies, unfortunately. And then oh, except level 15, we also give him magic instead of physical in this route. Old route, it used to be magic at level 3, and then oh, I missed that dog by accident, so I'm gonna reset. The reason I saved, because I'm definitely more prone to messing up this EXP star, because I actually screwed up my EXP on the very first star in Bandit's Way, because I was supposed to kill 13 of those dog enemies, but there was one enemy from far away that ran into me, so I killed 14, like, against my will, because yeah, it ran into me for like no reason. So so I was supposed to kill 1 extra gecko down here, because that star up there gives you 11 EXP per kill. But then this star that I'm buying for 400 coins right here gives you only 6 EXP per kill. So you actually get less EXP from these guys. And wait, how am I gonna back that up? I actually forget. I think there's a way to back it up. I gotta think about it, actually. Quick maths. I know, right?
Yeah. Always fun to do live on a run.
Oh, okay, so
I might
yeah,
have
yeah,
missed it,
yeah. I
but
definitely like
what's the
glossed over
downside
that
to
part.
overleveling in some spots?
So that part with the star, if like two characters level up, too close to each other when you're killing those enemies, you kind of get this like freeze animation where like Mario just gets like stuck in place and can't move. So then in the second room when I was killing all those enemies, I got forcibly stuck for a long time, and I wasn't able to reach the one enemy on the bottom floor because it wasted too much time from that freeze happening. Yeah, and it's due to Mario and Mallow having exactly one EXP too high. So. Oh, could also do a bunch of super jumps again. So I'll leave it to you.
Fantastic. Well, because I will continually tell this in every break, you are watching No Holidays Allowed 2024. And we are here raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. They, obviously are a adoption center that take in rescue dogs primarily, I think. But I don't know that it is exclusive to dogs. And then house them and try and find good, forever families to send those dogs back off to. So it's a great cause, and I'm losing my words. Positive things about Go Rescue, because we like keeping dogs off the streets. We don't want to kill the dogs. We want them to see them happy and healthy and getting all the pets and belly scratches and love from families.
Yeah, I
and
love
that's what they're
dogs, too.
trying to do here.
One of my childhood friends, he got this border collie that I've been sometimes posting videos of because hadn't seen him in a while, and then like whenever I come over, then dog's always excited and he'll like grab a slipper and he'll run off with it, but I don't know, it's very cute. Like tail wagging, and he'll have kind of like a, I don't want to say whining sound, it's like a squeaking noise, like he's like really excited. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, cute boy.
Yeah,
getting up
so
up
excited
there in
doesn't
years,
know
though.
what to do
It's
with themselves.
11. Yeah, he turned 11. Yeah, like 2 months ago, I think. This big old boy. But I've seen him since he was a puppy, like 2 months old. So
Oh, nice.
Always remembers me. So, even though he's very shy with new people, but like yeah, he never forgets me. So he's always excited when I come over. Sometimes I bring baby carrots because he loves carrots. So give him a nice treat. But yeah, what's I gonna say about Balloon? Oh, this fortune in this room that I grabbed was actually a 50-50 chance to get the right path to go to Balloon, and happened to be first try this run. And then when I was doing the super jumps for that fight, it's pretty important not to drop your super jumps or miscount them, because you can lose like about half a minute, because if Balloon gets his next turn, he'll eat one of the characters and clone them, and that also can mess up your EXP, because depending on which character he clones, they have different EXP values. But if you beat him without cloning anyone, then the game defaults to as if you fought two Mario clones instead, and then one of those Mario clones in the EXP value gets rewritten to whoever he clones, which, I mean, and then, like, it's less of a consequence, but yeah. And then yeah, that Sky Troopers minigame, I actually cut that really close. Need to get sub under 11 seconds to get the Troopa pin, which is a amazing accessory to equip. Oh, what? Oh man, this guy caught me right before the pipe, but first try escape again. at least, so that's good. Yeah, so Triple Pin gives you a free attack up boost, and on whoever's equipping it, it gives like a pretty large amount of speed as well. So I have Gino, I have it equipped on him along with the super suit. I just equipped it to him as well. I grabbed it in Monstro Town. So thanks to that, yeah, his attack and defense is like really overpowered for this fight. Oh, also whenever I attack these piranha plants, then they have a 50% chance to counterattack. And on this turn, the bad RNG can be if he uses Pollen Nap, which can put someone to sleep. Currently with the items, Bowser and Geno are immune to sleep, but if he targets Mario, it's a pretty big time loss. Also, nice Ice Bomb freebie, finally. My second last Ice Bomb, so fortunate to get one, at least. And yeah, since these guys are weak to ice, then it does... The Ice Bomb's base damage is 140, but if an enemy is weak to an element, then it does double damage. Like Pokemon. Whoa. And then, yeah, if you have an attack up boost, it also does increase your item's damage by 1.5 times, so... if an enemy is weak to an Ice Bomb plus the attack up, you can actually do 420 damage. And yeah, that fight took one extra attack because, due to messing up that EXP, on that last star, Geno was one level short, so his damage rolls were lower than normal. It's not a huge time loss, but yeah, I just had to, yeah, attack with Bowser one more time to make up for the missing damage. So there's this guy that's in the way, and it's usually kind of off screen, so a lot of times I don't do that blind jump and try to make the camera scroll up so that I can actually see him. It's like, more often than not, that guy will be in the way, and you don't want to get into an encounter, ideally. Even though he stopped halfway down and just like blocked the path, so kind of had to wait for him to pass too before I could jump over him. But hey, that's the RNG that we know and love. So yeah, Nimbus Land, certainly the land of cutscenes, and definitely the area that for sure Japanese saves the most time in, because there's a lot of text. Which yeah, I guess like world kind of world building for Mallow and stuff like that. But there is also a shop menu right after this cutscene that I often forget how to do, so sometimes I am kind of like slow on the menu. But should be fine as long as I don't forget to like buy or equip certain items, then it should be okay. Which a lot of oh yeah, I guess there are a lot of battles lately, like outside of the ones where I've been super jumping with Mario, then like yeah, I guess most of the time I've been having the EXP booster on Mario or Peach lately, because they need the level ups for the most part. Oh whoops. For Peach, it's due to skill swap glitch again that I'm gonna be doing later, which oh, I forgot to equip the amulet. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna have her learn Geno Blast at level 14. So I don't want to gain too much EXP, because too much EXP, so that yeah, when I get to the star in Barrel Volcano, then we want Peach to level up to level 14 during that star. So yeah, there's like a chance like you could gain too much EXP before that and then screw up the routing because of that. And Geno Blast is a sort of strong AoE spell, and further stronger because of again Peach's high magic attack stat, so we're able to clear some forced forced mob encounters, especially near the end of the game, like in the final area. So helps a lot. It's like either that or if you get like a bajillion like ice bomb freebies and rock candy freebies, then you could also. It's faster to actually use those, but you know, mathematically, you probably won't like have the inventory to like use bombs like that. And yeah, so it's got like 2 more long cutscenes right here before before a mini game coming up. So I don't know. I'm likely just gonna be like looking at my phone briefly. I saw a couple notifications just now. But yeah, one of them was like kind of a work-related email that I was certainly putting off until I was gonna try to reply to it like once I had enough downtime in the run. So it's the perfect timing.
Comfy speed gaming right there.
Right.
Just
Fortunately,
taking some time off for work.
Yeah, being able to like because of being able to use turbo, it's like easy to, you know, have one free hand to just like type in my phone or something. So helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I do have my splits up, and even though I started the timer late, I think compared to my PB, I'm probably like slightly over 6 minutes behind. But that's expected though, with like, you know, failing max skip, definitely lost a lot, and then yo, I actually forgot what else that like put me that behind.
And it's a rare occasion that you throw down a PB in a live event, especially when there's so many RNG gates to get through.
Yeah, actually, let's say I've mostly just been kind of slowly losing time throughout the run. Yeah, it's like the big ones were failing max skip and then failing the super jumps on Johnny the first time. Like the 2 really large ones. And then aside from that, it's like just been kind of like losing 10 to 20 seconds like per segment, which probably is either like minor mistakes or just like slightly worse RNG compared to my PB or something, if I were to guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or even,
That's
you know,
another...
gasp, saving.
Well, yeah, that's like 4 seconds every time
in my
that
speed
I save.
runs?
I forgot about that too. Yeah.
Yep. Which is, you know, probably prudent here because we can't
exactly.
restart from the beginning.
It's normally the only 2 times we would save in the run, or during the RNG minutes. So the one that I did for Knife Guy, Great Guy, and then when I come back to Nimbus Land the second time, then I'm supposed to manip what's it called? Oh, going into Bowser's Keep the second visit, and supposed to also manip that area, which needed a save and then do a soft reset for that as well, to set the RNG to a certain value. Oh yeah, I forgot. Also, yeah, when I screwed up that star in Land's End, that was also kind of a big time loss. That was the other one. Okay, now I'm remembering.
It's all good. We're here putting on a show for the folks out there, showcasing a game where we don't need to be optimal in every way.
Another save. Since I have the super suit, I'm like at like decently low risk of dying during like most of the run at this point. But I don't know, if I get like really unlucky with like escaping some encounters, then like, yeah. You never know. Again, with like tempting fate, with like, you know, possibly like it's like happening. Like, I'm no stranger to stuff like that happening, so definitely don't want to risk it. So yeah, you can skip that heavy troopa and get into this room, but I kind of misspaced my movement there. So yeah, I got into a fight and got a first try runaway again. So that's it's been very lucky with all these unintended encounters that have been running away first try, like, every time. And, yeah, so Birdo here, so I wanted to break the egg in a specific way, and I also Geno boosted Mario to give him an attack up. And then, depending on Mario's damage rolls, I could possibly defeat Birdo in 3 hits, but if I don't do enough damage, then I can either throw an item with Bowser or attack with Geno, which I got high enough damage overall. That was actually kind of crazy. I got like 2 max. The last 2 attacks were like max like damage rolls, and then the first one was like pretty high. So I heard it's roughly like a 15% chance to get a 3-hit kill. So it's pretty lucky. And then yeah, it saves. I actually don't even know how much time it saves. It's probably like 3 to 5 seconds if I were to guess. So to still defeat Birdo before Birdo gets their turn. So yeah. And then yeah, so not as long cutscene right here. There's a star in the next room, which I'm gonna save before I grab the star, just in case. I was trying to think what. Oh yeah, this is the part where I was trying to think about like EXP, backup EXP. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm supposed to kill 5, or kill like. Wait, how many birds is it in total? I think it's 5 in total. So. Either way, whatever number it is. So basically, when I grab the star, I'm gonna backtrack 1 room and kill 1 bird in that room. To sort out the EXP routing a little bit. Oh, okay, I think it's like 8 birds in total. Whoops. I forgot that there was like 4 of these guys in this room, actually. I thought there was only 2 of them. Oh, and I missed the swag strat. You can, the 2-frame window where you can jump off of Dodo's head. So yeah, the same thing with like the K9 jump really early in the run. It doesn't save time or anything here. It's just like purely for swag, but I failed it. Yep. Exactly.
It's this version's Yump.
Yeah, it's 2-frame window instead of frame perfect, but we actually do call that one a Yump particularly. So I didn't know if anyone knew the reference. So. But yeah, so unfortunately, yeah, if I killed the other extra bird, then Peach would level up after this boss fight, which it's really important to not do. So because of that, Mario is still short on EXP by 5, so or by 4. So he didn't hit level 14. So then I guess the odds are less likely for what's it called, for this fight with Valentina to oh, what's the words? What's the words I was trying to find? Oh, lower odds to do what's called the turn skip, where you could potentially defeat her in 3 turns in this this phase. If all of your party rolls enough damage, but because Mario's damage output should be lower, then the chances are a lot lower that I'll be able to even skip her turn. He actually got a really high roll with that attack, so we'll see though. And ideally you want Valentina to attack. Oh, that was a really low roll though. So yeah, Valentina, ideally you want her to do those physical attacks like her slap. And there's a ton of different spells she can cast. And the other thing that could also stop the turn skip chance is your other party members possibly getting KO'd, which Additionally, Bowser did take a lot of damage, so he might just die to like the next like 1 or 2 spells because of that. Oh yeah, he's dead. So it didn't even matter. Oh, I was supposed to defend with Geno because Bowser died and there. Can't go for the turn skip anyway. But that's okay. Just wasting a couple seconds doing like the attack animation and everything. And then yeah, since both these guys died, or yeah, I guess since Bowser was dead, I guess you do offset a little bit of time loss since he's dead anyway. Him not having to take his turn. Alright, so I think Bowser should level up too. Yeah. I need to... Right, so Bowser at level 10 and level 13, we give him HP for those level ups. And the rest is attack. But the HP particularly is for in the final area. There's a very RNG heavy boss, Countdown, who can cast one spell called Dark Star, which it's the strongest single target spell in the game that an enemy can cast. But assuming Bowser hits level 14, then he'll have enough HP that he can survive one with 1 HP left, like 1 Dark Star if he gets targeted by it. That's like mainly the reason. Because if Bowser dies, especially turn 1 in that fight, then they can lose a lot of time. But sometimes he'll just die anyway, because yeah, the RNG is pretty rough for that fight. But more on that when I actually get there in the run. So yeah, bit of cutscenes here. So we finally rescued Mallow's parents that were kidnapped and locked up in their bedroom in this palace. And yeah, so now Mallow like met his parents for the first time, and then they're saying that they think there's a star in Barrel Volcano, and that we can get there through the hot springs over this way. But yeah, I said that like a dangerous monster named Zar Dragon might be guarding the star, so to go beat him up. Then yeah, so coming up, so the EXP star that I'm gonna be getting here, gonna be trying to do another skill swap glitch, and yeah, this is where I'm gonna be trying to learn Geno Blast on Peach as well, and ideally gonna try and kill at least. Normally I try to kill 8 enemies, but I'm gonna try and kill at least 9. Now, since my EXP routing doesn't really matter at this point after this star, so. Yeah, just gonna try and see if I can get Mario to level 15 before you fight Zar Dragon. Alright, so the RNG there, it's kind of average. Oh, dang, okay, yeah, I didn't have enough time, but that's okay. It's not the worst thing ever. As long as, so when it showed Geno on that level up screen, that was actually Peach leveling up, since I swapped their party positions. Oh, that's crazy that, because my star ended like almost right next to that enemy, just like walked into me after the transition ended. I couldn't even jump over him in time. So yeah, I really want to avoid this Stump It enemy here, because you can't run away from those fights, so I'd be forced to fight it. And then this Corkpedite that's blocking the way. You're forced to fight this. Or well, you can skip this fight, but which we do in low-level runs, but it's really slow comparatively to just doing the fight. So. And yeah, so unfortunately Mario did not hit level 15 here, but it is what it is. What am I doing here? Oh, right, eclipse. Yeah. So swapping party members here because there's another inescapable encounter that I could get into. Not this one. This jerk blocking the door though, a little. So this stump it here as well. So you can do stump it skip like that, where you can jump around like its hitbox to encounter it. But if I had failed and gotten to an encounter, then you want to use Geno Whirl to kill it in one hit. That's why I did that menu early. And then yeah, and then at least Mario would have hit level 15 if that happened. But yeah, I'd rather not get into the fight if I could help it. So Czar Dragon here, if you were to have at least 2 ice bombs to use, you would ideally like to use them on the first phase, but since I have only 1 left, I'm gonna save that for Axum Rangers. Alright, so let's use the physical first. Oops. Oh, Czar Dragon also has a 50% chance to counterattack whenever you hit him as well. So, well, he did that attack after I hit him was a counter. And here, this turn, looks like I got the worst RNG possible on this one. So, he used a spell called Scream, which causes fear on one target. Mario's immune to it, but the animation is slow, and he'll also summon these orbs, which we call the Dragon Balls, which is really slow as well, because 3 of them attack. Oh shoot, I messed that up. So, yeah, due to not having ice bombs, I'm using super jumps to try and kill him instead. Oh jeez. So what's also pretty rough about this is that wait, what's the issue? Czar Dragon? Here. Oh, he okay, I have to actually attack. Just attack. I think it should kill him. Okay, cool. Yeah, oh, because his like body is like oscillating up and down, like doing the super jumps is harder. So yeah, it was like dropping them really early unintentionally. And due to that, Mario also just took a lot of damage, so could be at risk of dying. Probably not though, especially since Bowser survived that other turn and he got targeted just now. But since there's some unblockable attacks like this Boulder, Storm and Blast do quite a lot of damage. So now that I got 2 attacks in, I'm gonna just Ultra Jump for the kill. Which Ultra Jump has a pretty large window for the timing for the jumps. But it has like a 1 second gap per jump as well. Whereas Super Jumps has 40 frames per jump, so it's a quicker animation for the Super Jumps. Oh, and then yeah, the other mechanic with Super Jumping. So I've been failing them in a lot of parts of the run. So the window starts large for each of the jumps, and then once you get to so jumps number 13 through 100 are a 3-frame window, or sorry, 14 through 100 are a 3-frame window every time when you press the button. So for people that know about the speedrun or have like played this game casually like quite a bit, like people will often talk about like super jumps being really difficult, or for the speedrun like they might decided not to pick up the speedrun due to like them not being able to do 100 super jumps and stuff like that. So they're definitely easy to mess up. They're kind of like, I guess, hard to get a handle of at first. I was also pretty fortunate that casually I was also able to do 100 super jumps like before I learned to speedrun. I was like certainly nowhere near as consistent as I am now at doing them. But, I was able to do it on as long as I was not playing on an emulator. So like Wii VC, I was able to do it. It's Power Rangers. In fact, they are the Axum Rangers. Yeah, they just stole the star that I had. Oh, I completely forgot to open my notes for this part because I gotta do a backup route for this fight due to not having a rock candy. Okay, so throw a firebomb with Mario, then Geno boost Mario, and then I think I throw the ice bomb with Bowser. Yeah. So if any of these freebie, that would also be pretty nice. You can use them for the end game. The ice bomb especially would be nice to freebie. Ah, dang. Yeah, I also kind of made a mistake with part of the routing. When I was fighting against Dodo in the 1v1 with Bowser, then... Yeah, the 1v1 with Bowser, then I should have thrown the bad mushroom that I bought, and then threw a fright bomb afterwards to be able to save the one ice bomb I have, and then I could have used that, or save the one fire bomb that I used, sorry. Because then I would have one left right now, and then I could have used it to... what would I do? Oh, I would have used it to, use it on the final boss. To potentially save time during that fight. Alright, so I KO'd everyone except for Red so far with those ultra jumps. So I just had to keep doing them until it hit all of them. All of them at least once, and it did some damage. And then yeah, since Red powers himself up the next turn, then yeah, you just punch him again to defeat him, and then yeah, now they're using the Zord, or blade. So he's gonna shoot this breaker beam that does massive damage to the whole party. But yeah, thanks to Mario having the super suit, like he'd still... I mean, 37 is a lot, like, for how high Mario's defensive stats are right now, but... Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's like, yeah, not enough to kill me, basically. So, have to get hit by, like, 3 of them in a row. And, yeah, if I took a lot of damage from the other Rangers with Mario, then, I think I still have a mid mushroom in my inventory, so which heals for 80 HP. So it's the safety item to try and make sure that you don't lose that fight. Oh, I forgot to give a flashing lights warning for that part. My bad. I remember talking about it when I was doing my practice run a couple days ago. I'm like, yeah, I gotta remember the flashing lights warning here, and I completely forgot as it came up. Because yeah, it is kind of egregious when a blade is exploding there. All right, so coming up to another sort of, but not that long cutscene. Talking to Mallow's parents again. Which, yeah, the next path is, since the bridge was destroyed at the beginning of the game to Bowser's Castle, then, they're gonna give us, permission to ride the bus, which, is a cloud that can, fly over to places, so... Gonna use that to get entry to, Bowser's Keep yet again, because we still needed to defeat that, giant sword that was, stuck in the castle. Yeah, that fell in at the beginning. And so I went to the far right corner when triggering that cutscene because of the camera movement thing that I mentioned at the beginning of the run. That's faster for you to like move the camera rather than letting it pan over after the cutscene starts. So another small optimization there. And, so I'm gonna save here and then soft reset to set up the manip. So this would be the second of 2 times that you would normally save in like a regular run. So like, usually after you finish a run, then your save will probably be right here, because you won't save again after. Alright, so moving in specific ways here, to try and like keep a consistent RNG seed. And so with this turbo controller, I have been having issues with the turbo for the A button, so I hope unlike last run, it actually like consistently matches through the text like it should, because I almost screwed up the manip because like the turbo kept like it like dropped a couple times at like the start and the end of this cutscene. So so gonna be using a visual cue with the cloud in the background here. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the bottom back part of like one of the clouds was overlapping with the bus, and like kind of use that as like a visual cue to close that last text box. And the version of the manip I'm doing, which was also done in the world record, is the, I guess it's like there's like 3 strats listed on the speedrun wiki. There's like the medium strat, then there's like the hard strat, then there's super hard strat. So the one that's listed as the hard strat, which is, I think it's like a second slower than like the optimal one. But yeah, you have like a bit of a larger window, I think, for the second strat. So it's the one that most people go for. And then yeah, there's a flowchart that I should be following, assuming that I got this correct. First, I gotta say no here to this tutorial. So start with door number 2 always. And, okay, so I got the coin room, which is usually pretty standard if you got the manip. It doesn't actually mean that I was successful at it yet. But yeah, we usually, yeah, with this we start with, yeah, door 2, and then depending on what rooms we get, then oh right, I forgot to count here. Whoops. Like wasted a bit of time. I actually got like the perfect RNG on this minigame, because Mario hits the coin block faster than Dr. Topper does. So yeah, ideally you want him to hit it twice on one of the turns and once the other turns. So oh, I forgot to mention, yeah, thanks for that donation, Steve, like over an hour ago. Yeah, I got really into talking about the Boyer fight, I think, when after hearing that you donated. That's the first donation. That's pretty dope. So yeah, that Switch minigame is pretty free if you know what to do, and you can complete it in 4 moves. And then this Cannonball Solitaire. It's definitely a part that almost everyone gets stuck on in as a kid. I've heard like too many people complain about this minigame, so I've been there. So yeah, door 4 is next. Alright, platform move, so oh, I think I got the RNG frame again, just like my last 2 runs. Maybe, but it might have been a successful manip. But I'll talk about what the RNG frame means in a bit. So yeah, I had to really avoid those ball bumps because they were like hot on my tail. And then on top of that, they yeah, they're both hot on my tail, and then also it was lagging a lot as they grouped up. So yeah, so this part's kind of slow. I'm gonna grab this other chest here with what item is it? Royal syrup, just as another extra safety item for the final boss in case a lot of mistakes happen and I run out of FP or something. I do have like a extra maple syrup which restores 40 FP, which also will probably serve as a backup for the final boss if I mess up the fight in any way. So really stocking up on the safety items just to finish the run. So need to also grab this Kero Kero Cola from this chest. Whoa. Because because I didn't freebie the one versus Yardovich. So okay, yeah, door 3. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's probably the same. Same RNG frame that I got in the last like 2 runs. So what I mean by the RNG frame is that also this loses like 3 seconds to grab this fire bomb, but I'm gonna use it for Smithy, or try to use it for Smithy at the end. But yeah, RNG frame. So oh shoot. When I get to the quiz room or quiz door coming up next, so there's like a triathlon quiz that you can actually skip behind Donkey there, but I failed it for a minor time save. But yeah, yeah, what does it do? So there's a wrong warp inside Smithy's factory for the end game, and it saves 7 seconds if the wrong warp is successful, but because of this version of the manip I got, it's oh, I'm gonna actually lose this minigame, I think. Then what's it called? It's RNG where the wrong warp is gonna place me, so it might save a little bit of time, it might save the full 7 seconds, and it might actually just lose time. Because it's kind of like determined on like, I think it's like what place the Goomba comes in the triathlon quiz. So yeah, oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot some of these and I didn't practice it. Oh man. So yeah, if you get 2 of these wrong, then you'll lose the minigame. So you need to get you need to move up 8 steps. So you move up 1 step when you get an answer correct, and you move down 2 when you get 1 wrong. So yeah, if you get like 2 wrong, then you just lose automatically. Unless if you got like the first question wrong, then you can have a chance because you don't get moved down. Right, so that's 13. So yeah, the barrel counting minigame. So there's yeah, these barrels that count and tell Dr. Topper the number. So this one is I actually forgot, 46. And yeah, this one will give you 20 seconds to count them. So okay, then yeah, the triathlon here. So the dialogue, the text that they give you is the same, but it's shuffled between these guys. Okay, so I got 2nd place, 3rd place, and 1st place. And then yeah, by process of elimination, that means that Boo came in last. So I needed to check 3 of their text boxes. And yeah, so those rewards afterwards, so I got a rock candy from 2 of them. One of them I was actually supposed to skip. I think it was the 2nd one, which has the sonic symbols, I think, for Mallow. But I'm not going to be using Mallow for the rest of the run, so don't need it. And then got the super slap, which will be equipped onto Peach at the end of the run. Oops. So Magic Koopa, he is susceptible to fear, so using this fright bomb here. Oh, I think that was a half-timed attack from Bowser. So this fight might go poorly if he survives this turn. We'll see. So yeah, I definitely am the master of mistiming Hurley Gloves, but fortunately, yeah, I did enough damage still to kill him in 2 turns. And yeah, so yeah, if Magic Koopa survives that next turn, he'll summon an egg. Like it looks like a Yoshi egg, and he'll like cast magic on it, and it'll summon one of 3 different enemies. So if it's a gigantic ball bomb, then you want to just defend for 3 turns and wait for it to explode, and then defeat him after. Oh yeah, so I open and close that menu because it sorts your items. And then yeah, I could summon this like dragon that you just have to attack him a lot till he dies. And he does hit kind of hard. And then there's a clone of Jinx, who's an optional boss who also hits pretty hard. But yeah, you also just have to attack him till he dies as well, if that happens. So, and the animation for the summon also is kind of long, so it just wastes a lot of time. Excuse me. Alright, Shaker. So I want Bowser to die to this, since I would use Defend. So yeah, again, has a 50% chance to counterattack, and Shaker is an instant KO if you don't have protection against instant KO. So Bowser's the only one that doesn't have it for this fight, so yeah, I just let him die instead of blocking it there. And gonna go for 47 super jumps here. Oh, I was short a little. That's okay. And yeah, so this should finish him off, I think. Yeah, super jumping on red enemies, impossible. Pidge used to says that a lot as a as a meme, so yeah, just copied that from her. But yeah, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, there's a couple long cutscenes that are about to come up. Like this one's not that long, but there's gonna be another boss fight right after. But it's pretty straightforward. So he has Exor, the hilt of his sword, has protection to all damage and status effects until you knock out one of his eyes, which removes his protection, and it also removes his protection from instant KO. So gonna use Geno Whirl, and the timed hit will do 999 damage. It's due to not having the instant KO protection. So fight's pretty straightforward. So it'll be pretty cheese. And then yeah, aside from that, then yeah, I got a lot of downtime. So is there anything you wanna say, Maddie? By all means.
Sure thing. Well, I guess I'll just ask some questions if that's okay. Yeah. So with the character speed, I haven't played this game at all. Does that just mean like it changes the turn ordered, or does that actually mean that you would get additional turns within combat?
Yeah, turn order.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to be with the turn order. Oh, Bowser didn't level up. I'm actually a little too behind on EXP. Which could matter versus Countdown, the next boss coming up, but we'll see. But yeah, for the turn order, so everyone going faster than each other, and then also, the enemies as well, having a speed stat as well. So ideally, for most of the fights, you want to have your party at least be faster than the bosses. And then equipping certain items to adjust some of these characters' speed stats as well, so that for example, like it might have, for some fights, might have Geno be faster than Mario, so that you can get the Geno boost on him first before he does super jumps. Not for this fight that I just did though, because it's not really like a reliable way for Geno to be faster. Well, you can give Geno the feather to equip him, which I got from that mini game with Dodo, but he won't have protection from instant KO versus Boomer, so then that Shaker attack could just like knock him out before you can boost and stuff like that.
All right. I guess then another question. You've said several times about like how there's like a new route for the game, or like there's ongoing routing, and the game's now what, 18 years old.
Yep.
So like how many changes are continuing to happen, and what kind of things are people looking into?
A lot of them were way before my time. Some of the older routes, like there was a lot of them that I guess before oh yeah, before the skill swap glitch was a thing, like Mallow was used like way more in the run for spells. Including this fight actually. In the route right before I started speedrunning this, then we would give Mallow the super suit and the Troopa pin. Because his Thunderbolt, even though that's like his first spell that he learns, will like do a lot of damage from having so much magic attack. And yeah, and then yeah, finding out like some new glitches ends up changing the route. There's what are the other things that's impacted changes? Oh, we used to grab like more items from other areas, and which would obviously lose time from like taking detours. But then we used to have like more fire bombs and more ice bombs due to grabbing extra Caro Colas that were out of the way and selling those for 200 coins a pop. There was like a mini boss that we used to fight right after doing the max skip in the sewers, which was partly for EXP and then also for money as well. And he drops a... what was the item? I think it was the True Form pin, which we'd also sell for money on top of that. And yeah, a lot of those got routed out, and then in turn it just like ends up making the run end up being more risky, like having to rely on getting more firebomb freebies and more ice bomb freebies to be optimal. So it's like and then obviously like you kind of lose the time that you could have potentially saved if you just don't get the luck that you need as well with the freebies. So there's been a lot of that, like for a lot of changes in routing. Hey, I got the swag strat second try. And yeah, I hope someone makes like a good like history video of like this speedrun, because there are some that touch on like some of the past world records, but usually it doesn't go like all the way back to like when like Cypher was like grinding for world records, and other people were there like Checkers and a few others like way back in the day. Which yeah, I've watched yeah, I think the first speedrun I've seen of this was like Cypher like running this for, I forgot what year it was. I want to say AGDQ 2012, but I might be wrong about the year. It was a really old one though. Also, my bad, doing super jumps.
Hey, no worries. I guess along with that, so like obviously any speed game tends to be a big community like effort together. Like who's helping out push the game forward and keep either finding new glitches or helping with the routing, or making tutorials, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely a pretty sizable group effort. There's the Claude has done like a ton of like the routing reworks, and also a lot of the testing for setups for like the RNG manipulations. I forgot, which was also in addition to like some of the routes over time as well. And yeah, trying to find ways to make it like make those manips actually like RTA viable and stuff like that. I've tuned into like some of those streams like around 20, yeah, I think it was late 2020 for some of the ones that I watched. And yeah, the Claude, Pidge, who I mentioned, she's like done a ton of like helping with like yeah, both routing, a lot of the notes on like the speedrun wiki, compiling all that info. She also made an app which as far as I know, I think it's still for only Android phones, but there's an app for like that can help you learn to translate like Japanese to English text for the items. Okay, hold up. Gonna be doing 64 super jumps. So 1 second.
For sure. Well, I'll just take a moment then and remind everyone that you are watching No Holidays Allowed 2024, and we are raising money for the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center in Virginia. If you want to help pets get adopted this holiday season, why don't you donate a few dollars? Whatever you can spare would be greatly appreciated. You can find the link to our Tiltify page either below the stream or by typing !donate in the chat. And I think we have a few more.
Oh, keep going. Sorry.
Okay. I'm happy to. The Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center has helped rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, and they keep going strong, but they are powered in part through your donations. Whatever dollars you can afford, or you can also do non-monetary things such as dog food, cleaning supplies, that sort of thing. They have an Amazon wish list on their website at gorescuedogs.com/ I think donate to get to the How Can I Help page.
Hey, feed them dogs. Yeah, I failed the super jumps a few times, but yeah, not the end of the world, fortunately, for that one. Oh yeah, so that fight, since it has a bit of lag, the window for the super jumps is shifted a bit later, so it's kind of easy to mess up your rhythm due to literally the lag in the game. So yeah. Not really much to add on to that, but yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, also every time that I was dropping the super jumps, so the very first jump of the super jump that Mario does as much damage as 8 subsequent jumps during the super jumps. So every time I dropped it and started a new one, then I add 8 to the counter. So I think I actually overkilled him at the end. So I think I miscounted. I only kind of like I guess guesstimated, yeah, like estimated it. So
Math is the best math.
Yep. But better to overkill than to have like underkilled and had the fight go one more turn and maybe risk losing the fight. So yeah, because each extra jump that you do loses like 40 frames, so it's like not a big deal if you're over by a couple, so it's not the worst. And yeah, so this Toad made it all the way here, and the best Toad, since he gives you a rock candy for free. That shop menu automatically opens up because he has a bunch of items to sell. Even though we're out here to save the world and he's trying to make a quick buck. A little suspicious to me. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, a lot of these fights coming up is mostly just gonna be using Geno Blast with Peach, and then attacking the bigger guys who look like a Shovel Knight. Oh, and those Shovel Knight guys have also have a 50% chance to counterattack you when you hit them. So ideally, don't want to fail to block if he attacks Peach. Oh, also because Mario didn't level up, I forgot he could have potentially rolled to low enough damage that the second Geno Blast would not kill the blue dude. But yeah, I need to just roll at least a 152. I got a 156, so that's high enough. And then something I occasionally forget in runs right after this bunch of text here is to change some equips. So can lose a lot of time if you forget to do that menu. And then gonna be moving to the left a little here for camera movement when entering the cutscene. And then this one I'm gonna actually be doing 39 super jumps and then throw a rock candy. This is the strat. Okay. And he also has a chance to counter. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he did a counter attack on Peach as well, so just a minor time loss, I guess. So I have a lot of rock candies. I hadn't been actually paying attention to my freebies and stuff, so that's certainly a good thing. That I have a bunch, but I actually didn't like pay attention or keep count. But I thought I saw that I had at least like 3 left in my inventory. So I think generally, worst case, you'll probably have like 1 when you're here. All right, so Gun Yolk, I gotta look at my notes for this fight. So my inventory is, so I have 1 ice bomb and, well, 3 rock candies, but can only use 2 for this fight. So oh, actually, I guess so. I can save a little bit of time if this ice bomb freebies, but if not, then it's whatever. Okay, I didn't. So, and yeah, just reading notes to make sure I don't make any errors real quick. Alright, so cast Shocker here. Oh, I also do have like a nerdy thing to explain in a bit. After this fight. Nerdy thing about this game. Okay, yeah, so because of the skill swap glitch I've used on Peach twice, her Shocker is on the second page of spells, which yeah, normally characters you're not supposed to hit like a second page for spells, but since there's a page 2, the Shocker, it being the only one on the second page means it's like on the top of that page, and when you use it, so normally Shocker costs 8 FP to use. Okay, I'm also gonna save one more time for the final boss. Yeah, so it costs 8 FP to use, but since it's on the top, it uses the FP of the amount of FP of whatever spell is on the top of the first page. So since Therapy is on the top, which is Peach's basic heal, it costs only 2 FP. So the Shockers, when you use them, only consume 2 FP, even though it says it costs 8 to use. But additionally with that though, if you actually have less than 8 FP left, you actually can't use Shocker on that turn. Even though it only consumes 2. So yeah, little fun tidbit with the what's it called? With the skill swap glitch, like some side effects from it. Okay, yeah, so just looking for the Smithy fight real quick for notes. So I know I have 1 rock candy. I also have a fright bomb, so I could use that too. Gonna use the rock candy though, still. So since I rolled 204 damage, do 71 super jumps. So, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, I'll leave the shield to you, Maddie.
Sure thing. Well, if you're watching this event and want to get involved in the next one, be on the lookout for news about No Glitches Allowed 11. This event is dedicated to speedruns with very few glitches, or without glitches entirely. Unlike this event, no holidays allowed. We would include no major glitches, glitchless, and any other runs that don't have significant tricks or skips. Obviously, we are doing a few notable ones in this run, but to each kind of category has their own feel and pace. In any case, if you're interested in getting involved or finding out more, make sure to join the Discord or follow on Blue Sky or Instagram to get updates about future events, either as a runner or a volunteer, or anything in between, or just to share some fun memes and hang out with a very cool group of people.
I just realized I did too many super jumps. I guess I miscounted. I mean, again, better than undercounting, but
For sure.
Yeah, I think I did more by like 2 or like one or two super jumps. I think it was 2. So I mean, wasted what, like a bit under a second and a half. So it's not bad. All right, so final boss fight. So assuming that I don't lose this fight, then I think I'll probably be done the run in about 5 minutes. Yeah, based off my time. Yeah, looking at my timer. Yeah, probably like around 5 minutes. Assuming no major mistakes. And if I screw up early, then I don't know. Maybe add like a minute to that. As long as I don't.
No worries. You've been killing it here. But that also means there's only about 5 minutes left to get in those donations during this run. So if you want, type !donate to get that link in chat, y'all. I know you can do it.
Exactly. And yeah, so first phase, or first turn. So since I ended the fight on Peach's turn, on the previous phase, for whatever reason, you get a free turn before Smithy transforms, and he does nothing. So we go for 100 super jumps here. So you can take it away, Maddie.
All right. Well, with that, you can also find the donation link to our Tiltify page below the stream. And while you're there, don't forget to put your opinion in on one of the polls. You select one of the polls first, and then you go forward to the next screen to decide on how much you actually want to donate. But with those polls, we have our Metroid Prime run later today, and you get to choose between either the fusion suit or the default suit. And then tomorrow, if you so choose, you can vote on which car model you want to see being showcased in the Trackmania run that we have, I think, about midday tomorrow. Choices for that are between Pingu the Penguin, an Among Us character, Maxwell the Cat, Lightning McQueen from Cars, Steve from Minecraft, or an ice cream van. These are actual, like, changing the car model, and it will be a good time regardless. I'm excited for that one. Go for it.
Go. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Coming up next after this, look forward to the Zachtronic Solitaire Collection by Brassbeat. I have not seen this game or know anything about it, but I am here for it. I want more card-based games in my speedrunning, especially, again, given my current Balatro addiction. Did you know Balatro's on mobile? It's been terrible for me. But we're going to slide past that as though I don't have a crippling problem, and say that we are still raising money for Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. And if you've enjoyed anything for this run here, if you think that's worth a few dollars of your hard-earned money, chip that in the hat. We'd be grateful for every dollar you could give. And if you have or want to send out the good vibes in the form of a donation message, I'm here to read that off for at least a few more minutes. My time will be up after this run, but not to worry. We have plenty more amazing people to both in runners and hosts and everyone else behind the scenes to take care of you. I think the jumps continue, so I will continue talking.
Alright, I messed up, but...
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Okay, you should be very close to dying. So there's kind of like this thing we have called the Smithy Gamble, where or chest head gamble. So he sometimes will transform his head, and oh, okay, now he's doing it. I think after like 3 turns, he has like a 50-50 chance to, or every 3 turns, I think he has a 50-50 chance to transform his head. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's the end. And he didn't transform on the turn that I wanted him to transform, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and I guess, yeah, so time will be on the final text box here, so, oh my gosh, I actually forget where the final text box is. Oh, it's right after this cutscene with the start. It'll be like, Gino will say a couple more things, like his goodbyes and stuff. But yeah, so hey, not bad. At least underestimate if anything. So I'm content with that. Compared to my current PB, I'm like just short of 10 minutes behind my PB. So
Hey, that's a pretty solid run.
Yeah, for a run this long too, it's like not bad, not bad at all. And then yeah, I'm pretty hungry, so oh, but I'll call for time in a second. All right, and time.
GG.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Yeah, for my end, I think it looked like it was mid 250, I think, with that timing. So yeah, not too shabby, not too shabby. Yeah, combination of being hungry, but also I did order some boots for a like Cyber Monday sale, so I have to go pick it up at the store. So I got an email saying that it's available now. So I'm gonna head out, but yeah, thanks for hosting for me, Maddie, and yeah, my bad. I'll just say some closing stuff real quick. Yeah, if you want to shoot a follow, I'm at Ryan_Ford522 on Twitch and Twitter, and then Ryan.Ford522 on Instagram. Made a new account, and then just RyanFord522 on Blue Sky. So yeah, it's also recently made an account for that. So yeah, if you want to shoot follows on there, yeah, shoutouts again, Steve, for the donation, and if anyone else would like to donate, the command is there currently, so I'll probably also type !donate at some point. So yeah, I speedrun a variety of games, so I don't know what game you'll catch me running in the stream, so definitely show up to find out. And you haven't seen the last of me yet for this event as well. Sunday night I will be running Super Metroid any% as well, and I think I saw the incentive was to just save the animals if we hit a goal. So it's not a bid war as far as I know. But yeah, again, throwing money to a good cause, so if you'd like to help out during that run, then by all means. And gonna have Gerbo on commentary for that run, so we'll be chill. Alright, awesome. And with that, peace out, everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much for that run. One more time, problem. GG's everyone, and we will be getting ourselves set up for the next run, and don't go anywhere, or at least too far. Get yourself a hot beverage of your choice, snuggle up with something cozy, All right, everyone. To hopefully solve some of our technical issues from earlier in the stream, we're going to take the stream down for